Greetings, comrades! This is I'm Giving Caleb, back with another random Steam game. And before I continue, I hope everyone's doing their best to stay cool during this time of year, because it's supposed to be triple digits all next week where I live. It's going to be very excruciating, so if you live up north, hope you're enjoying the somewhat cooler weather. And if you live down in the southwest, around Arizona or California, well, my heart goes out to you. Anyway, today I'm playing yet another survivor-like game called Void Scrappers. The interesting thing about this game, I actually first played this on Switch because it was cheap, like $4. Figured why not, and I fell in love with it, and I decided to get it on Steam too. And definitely got more progress here than I did on Switch, but I'm playing them both in equal spurts. But of course on the Switch I'm playing a lot of Super Smash Bros. Ultimate. Gotta unlock those characters. But anyway, yeah, Void Scrappers. Basically, if you're not familiar with Survivor-like, it's kind of a term I coined earlier of games that emulate the gameplay and mechanics of Vampire Survivors. Which, by the way, Vampire Survivors is coming in on Switch next week. I already pre-ordered it. And the DLC, of course. But anyway, you basically just move around, and your character or ship or whatever will automatically attack like nearby enemies, and you collect resources in order to level up your character and get additional weapons and power-ups. And occasionally you'll fight elite enemies and stuff like that. Basically, the waves get tougher and tougher as you progress, and it's really addicting. Like, it's blown up quite a bit. I'm surprised there's so many of these Survivor-like games out there. Well, not so many, but, you know, I'm pretty sure we've seen a dime a dozen on Steam in the coming weeks or months. That's probably there aren't that many on Switch, but hey, most ones I play on here are also on Switch. In fact, Proteus recently came out on Switch. I'm definitely playing that. So anyway, let's go get this game going. I've been playing quite a bit, but there's still quite a bit more to unlock. And just like any other Survivor-like game, every character has different like stats and abilities and stuff like that. Which I've been playing this character a lot lately because they're orbital drone weapons, but when you play as this character, the drones automatically attack enemies themselves instead of just going on a fixed orbit around the ship. Their enemies know they'll actually seek them out and attack. I'm going to turn on the speakers here. You see my drone's trying to attack everything. But you do have a selection of weapons now. That's just like Vampire Survivors. You unlock more weapons as you progress through the game. Like, use different weapons, unlock different characters and stuff like that. Yeah, they start off small now, but don't worry, they get bigger. They get bigger. And every time you kill a boss enemy, you'll get a new weapon. As you collect scrap, you'll be able to get new power-ups and stuff. You might kill him in the first go. Ooh. So go with this one. But I like playing as this character here. Go with this. Sometimes summon decoys. You can increase the size of your lasers. You can have your orbital drones like explode whenever they attack enemies, stuff like that. And there's still quite a few more I had to unlock. The game gets pretty challenging, as it should. And occasionally you'll roll like a double or triple upgrade cards, so you get even more upgrade stats. Boss coming. Let's go with the lasers. You also have a dash move, which is really handy for getting out of tight. tight situations when you're surrounded by enemies. It's especially useful once you get one of these like dash power-ups. So just go a little damage. Okay, new weapon. This one. And as you upgrade a weapon, once you upgrade it 3 times, it'll become a more powerful version. You can actually collect the same weapon multiple times. So there'll be some weird weapon combinations out there. These are provided you survive long enough. Because most of the characters, you have 3 shield points. Once they're depleted, once you get hit again, you die. So this is why it's a little more challenging than, say, Vampire Survivors or Proteus. Like, normally, you have like a health bar, you can take like a certain amount of damage. But here it's like 4 hits, you're dead. But occasionally you get shield drops and occasionally magnet power-ups, which you grab those, will collect all the scrap around the area. Which is really handy after you kill a bunch of enemies and don't have time to collect it all. They don't appear that often though, so keep an eye out for them. So I keep collecting drones. Especially I have that one power-up that increases my damage. And I got that upgrade that makes my dash ability go to the orbital drones too. And you gain temporary invincibility when you dash, so really comes in handy. Just pay attention to your ship. Right when I say I get hit. But like I said, occasionally shield power-ups will drop, so just keep an eye out for them. But obviously it looks better on Steam than it does on Switch because it is widescreen. Where the lasers explode. More than better than lasers, exploding lasers. Yeah, this show just focus on getting drones, but you also have like bombs, you have like bullets, and of course lasers. Once you get the right power-ups, you can destroy like literally hundreds of enemies at once. Also, I think it feels a little more rewarding in this game than in Vampire Survivors. It's all about experimenting with the right weapons and stuff. Pretty much what you feel comfortable with. You don't have as huge of a selection as Vampire Survivors, even Proteus, but even what you do have, you can come up with some pretty interesting attack combinations. Laser. I don't have lasers yet. It doesn't affect the dash lasers. It only triggers whenever I dash. Here's that upgrade I talked about. Upgrade weapon 3 times. You know, a more powerful version. Sometimes I get a little ahead of myself and I don't pay attention to bullets or enemies coming at me. But, you know, that tends to happen. It's gonna keep doing orbital damage. It will whittle down those bosses in seconds. Let me turn on my fan, it's getting a little too cold. It's at triple digits, man. Can't wait for fall. I keep seeing around here, usually after a really hot summer, we'll get a really cold winter. Which I hope that's the case. I do not like summertime at all. Especially when it comes to the heat. Wintertime it takes a lot. Wintertime you can put a lot of stuff on. But in the summertime you can only take so much off before it becomes illegal. You just keep getting the drones. I know there are other weapons and stuff, but I don't know, I just like using the drones, especially with this ship here. Like, they pretty much do the work for me. Once I upgrade them enough, they can whittle down bosses in seconds. I'm gonna get a shield before I die. In case you're wondering, that bar beneath your health circles there, that's your dash cooldown meter. The explosions are nice, but you know, raw damage also helps. And yes, they do get bigger. I don't know how much bigger, but they get bigger. Yeah, this game pretty much helped tide me over till I got Super Smash Bros. Ultimate. And I'm still hooked on that game. And I'm gonna tell myself that as soon as I get a Switch, I gotta get Super Smash Bros. Because, as I mentioned, I haven't played Super Smash Bros. Since GameCube days. So many characters to choose from. I still have plenty more left to unlock. That's gonna take a while. That game is not leaving my Switch for a while. Not that I mind. Okay, more drones. This is the father of drones. Oh, I guess it give me another shield point. Max it out. And extra awesome. If I do get hit, grab that one. Now, I haven't played this enough to be sure, but as far as I can tell, those power-ups don't disappear. I'm guessing they stay there until you grab them. Now, increase the size of my orbitals. I really can cover more area and damage more enemies. And make it a little easier to hit bosses. I'll find something that isn't, I guess I'll go with this, is I got a few laser upgrades. I guess the one power-up I got, the more weapons you have, the more damage you do. Well, that's handy. I guess that has to be different weapons. Laser size. Yes, it affects the dash lasers as well. Yes, super addicting game. Of course, I said about the other two games, Vampire Survivors and Potato, but I don't know, something about these survival-like games that really draw me in. And I'm curious to see how many more will come out. And of course, I mentioned there was one of my nephews is hooked on called Soulstone Survivors, which has a lot more depth to it, a lot of different characters and upgrade paths. It even has skill trees, which, as fun as Vampire Survivors is, it doesn't have skill trees, which is It's glad to see some of these other companies, like, you know, trying something different. Oh, more exploding lasers. All this scrap here. Hope we get another magnet pickup. Oh, another drilling droid. Yeah, when you get like certain power-ups and stuff, it can get crazy. Increase the size, want to be bigger. You're like orbiting suns. Only the celestial bodies orbit the sun, not the other way around. Yeah, the enemy count does get crazy as you progress. You notice the threat level in the top right. Basically, the higher that is, the more enemies will appear on screen, the harder they'll be to kill. Oh yeah. I guess next time I get a laser power-up. I just like having a bunch of drones. Like I said, with this ship, drones are a must, but there's not a huge cast of characters, but there's enough variety to have you try different builds, different ships, and different power-ups and stuff. At this point, it's all about experimentation. Oh yeah, and occasionally an asteroid field will pop up, and you're gonna dodge those, as well as the horde enemies coming after you. But eventually there'll be so many enemies around you, you'll have no choice but to get hit. That's hauling ass, Jesus. Get all of the upgrades. Yes, it's really nice to see just how long I can survive here. You can already say the same about the other games I've mentioned, but I don't know, for here it's more engaging. Like, you have to constantly be on the move. Like, you can't just stay in one place and just let your weapons do it for you. Because they're... Granted, in the other games you'll also be surrounded by hundreds of enemies, but here they're a bit more relentless. Okay. And even more damage. Go with that one. You never have too many drones. Especially when they can shoot lasers when you dash. Laser size, okay. You can always do with bigger lasers. And more damaging drones. And I guess longer reaching lasers. As I mentioned, you have 3 shield points, and once those are depleted, once you get hit again, you die. See how quickly he went down? You know what? Let's go with this. I think my drones are pretty powerful enough, don't you think? But of course, you can always make it even more so. Just by collecting all that scrap. Let's go with scrap game. Okay, so you know what? I'm actually going to end the video here. I think you get the idea what this game's about. Another survivor-like game, but a really fun one at that. And it's just $1 less than Vampire Survivors. So, if you're looking for another game that scratches that survivor craze, definitely check this game out. Again, it's on Steam and on Switch. So definitely check it out on both systems, see which one you like more. And I'm going to keep playing this, as a matter of fact, after I end this recording. So yeah. This is Unforgiven Caleb signing out. Have a good day.
Even when you feel low, you can still go. Even when you feel slow, you can still go. Even when there's no hope, you can still go. I never answer to no, man, I still go. Go, go.